It's my Save Our Stages mask, and we're not here to talk about that today, but we got that it's in the coronavirus bill, and it's going to be of great help to Broadway and to all the smaller independent venues throughout New York. But we're here to talk about something else. I'll be quick because of the guidelines. So I left Washington at 2 in the morning after we had finished voting on the COVID relief bill. And the bill is not a long-term bill, it's a survival bill. It gives us money that we need immediately, but make no mistake about it, we're going to have to come back and get more. But in this bill, New York does well. We get about $54 billion in a variety of different ways. But today I'm talking about one thing that's in the bill. There is $1.6 billion to New York State and New York City for vaccines. There's enough money in this bill so that every New Yorker can get a free vaccine. And there's money not only for the vaccines themselves, but to distribute them across the city. There's $300 million set aside for minority areas and poorer areas. But there's enough money here. Let me show it to these folks. There's enough money here to give every New Yorker a free vaccine. And same thing for everyone in the country. This was one of our highest priorities. Once people get vaccinated, then we will be a long way down the road to beating this evil, evil virus. It'll take a while to do it, but we have it. And not only is there money for the vaccine, there's money for testing and tracing and mitigation measures like home care. And that money can be used freely in nursing homes, which is also a big, big need here in New York and elsewhere. The biggest thing we can do is ensure that there are no barriers and every New Yorker can get vaccinated quickly as possible. And that the money is here. There is $770 million for New York City and $775 million for New York State, the rest of the state outside the city. $127 million is vaccine distribution for the state, $127 million in addition for the city. Then there's $646 million for the city for testing, tracing, isolation support, and nursing homes. There's $648 million for the rest of New York State, testing, tracing, isolation support, and nursing homes. All told, it's about $1.6 billion that the city and state governments can use to vaccinate everyone for free and for testing and tracing. This is all the money that's needed. While we need more money for New York and for the country, that this bill was a good start, but more is needed. In terms of vaccines, all the money is there. And as I said, $300 million specifically directed to high-risk and underserved populations, Black, Brown, Hispanic, Asian, who usually get ignored when it comes to treatment. That will be here now. So what we did last night and what we'll need to do again is something that's good. Hopefully, go ahead, Mr. Telemundo. Hopefully it won't take as long. Mitch McConnell had blocked aid for 6 months, but at the very end of the year, Christmas season, he finally saw the light, and we got the $900 billion bill with $54 billion for New York, for transit, for education, for health, and many other needs, housing and many other needs. I'm ready for to leave anything out, Angelo?
No, but if you want to rehold up the vaccine.
Rehold up the vaccine, said Angelo.
The point is that
this is the coronavirus vaccine. Every New Yorker will get one for free, paid for by Uncle Sam. And that's good for the economy. It's well worth the investment, because once everyone gets the vaccine and we beat the coronavirus, unemployment will go down, small businesses will reopen. It'll be just what we need. Okay? Questions? This subject. Yes, sir.
So you just said that this money will work for now, but you think that you're going to have to reapply?
Not for vaccines, but in general, we intend to have another bill. We need state and local. They didn't do that. Now, I was able to get some money to the state and the city through education, through mass transit, through housing assistance. but we need direct aid to our state and localities, and we're going to need more money. This bill is an emergency bill. Had we not passed it, over 12 million people would have lost their unemployment the day after Christmas. What a horrible Christmas gift. So there's more that needs to be done. This is an emergency bill. We got to come back and do more. But when it comes to vaccines, this has all the money that's needed. We won't have to come back.
When you say come back before, how long or when do you think that comes back?
Well, I just spoke to Joe Biden. He congratulated me on passing this bill as I was driving here from my house in Brooklyn. And we both agreed that we're going to need a bigger, bolder bill and try to do it first thing when Joe Biden becomes president. So January, February, we will start. Any other questions?
Yeah, Mitch McConnell, how did you tell me to win him over? So how did you convince him?
Well, a lot of his members convinced him that he couldn't just keep sitting on the sidelines. And I think the fact that Joe Biden won helped, because the strategy that the Republican Senate had following Trump in terms of doing nothing for COVID relief was not working, and it's one of the reasons Trump lost the election. So I think they've changed their view. I hope, I shouldn't say I think, I hope they have changed their view that just blocking coronavirus relief is bad. We still had 6-7 Republicans voting no, because they don't want to spend any money. And there are more who are in that camp, but I think the strength of that camp is declining, and the strength of those on the Republican side who know we need more dollars is increasing.
The vaccine dollars, specifically, what does that money?
It pays for the vaccine and implementing the vaccine, the people who have to administer it, the freezing of the vaccine, the distributing of the vaccine. It pays for the whole package to get this vaccine from out of the bottle on a shelf somewhere into people's arms.
So basically, any money the city and state would have spent is covered by.
Correct. The entire funding. And for the whole country, too.
Right.
But everyone can get it free. Everyone. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
A Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Kwanzaa. If you celebrated it before, a Happy Hanukkah and a Happy everything. Thanks, folks. Okay, good. But most New Yorkers don't know that in this package is money for free vaccines. That's why I'm here. Okay? Yep, thank you.